Good morning, all. Great, glorious day here in sunny part of Southwest Florida. It's a Friday. It's let's see, the 9th of October. Yesterday, by the way, was the anniversary of Long-Term Capital. Uh, uh, to Long-Term Capital recovering back in '98, and what a period that was between August 30th to October 8th. It was a massive turmoil in this market. Anyhow, later on, I got to know a couple of guys who were in the room that saved Long-Term Capital. Dave Rogers is one of them. And I knew him before, but I didn't know he was involved in that. But later on, he did. And he's an independent hedge guy in Stanford now. So, well, I think with a couple other guys. You can't do this by yourself. Anyhow, moving forward here, let's get going. Economic calendar. Um, Come on, come on. Oh, sorry, guys. There you go. Sorry. This is unusual setup on the screens. That's the problem. The movements. All right, we're here. So we have very much nothing. Barkin, I forgot what he does. We'll look that up. I forgot who is he with. They used to show who these guys were with, but we don't. I don't have them here. No. FOMC. Yeah. Okay. Long story short, I don't know. But anyhow, we'll look him up who's with. Doesn't matter. He's speaking at 9. Already done? No. In 15 minutes. Wholesale inventory is a black dot next to them. Is absolutely meaningless. You want to look at it, fine. Maybe that's the only thing we have today. We have to. And then you have Baker Hughes. Yeah, it's not even a B report. Okay, it's like a C report. Baker Hughes. That's what is crude trading at? Hold on 1 second. Here's boom, 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 boom. Here's your crude. 40. So it's not bad, but still, a lot of things are out of the question. A lot of fracking stuff, Yeah. By the way, nobody needs to shut down fracking. Leave it as it is. They may shut down themselves. It's the survival of the fittest. If the economy is contracting like that, it's not improving. Economy is not the market. Look at the data. Economy is in terrible, terrible shape. And oil is not going anywhere. Fracking slowly will shut down by itself because it's not going to be economical. Laissez-faire. I'm a big laissez-faire guy. Ayn Rand, yeah, let the system clean itself. Buyer beware, absolutely. Now, I do want some regulation. I don't want no regulation, but some regulation. But market is a great cleanser of itself, as we have learned. Exactly. Okay, timer. Going to PMT now. You can't buy this here. This is ridiculous. Look at this volatility. You're at 2 sigma. This is poised to drop. Look at the values, 200. I'll be surprised today if we close positive. Yes, I know. I know you're going to tell me, oh, Faye, we're up 16 handles. I understand. But have you read Rumi? You know why Tico reads Rumi? Because night is young, he says. Drink that. You're not drinking enough tea. Drink some tea. You want jasmine, you want Caspian, whatever you want. Drink some tea, read some Rumi. Night is young, sailor. Okay? I'll be surprised if we close positive today. I will be. We shall see. I think I'm not saying it's going to be a big down day. No. But it will be meaningless. It is a move. Right now, where are we up? 0.5%? Is that going to be nowhere close to this on the close, if not negative? Everything is stretched. Moving forward, look at this. Look where we are. Look at 66. So I will probably put a trade on today. Probably. I've never done that. But I may do a longer one on the option side. Why? To keep the theta. By the way, we had a great meeting last night. A portfolio manager who's involved here, teaming up with Mark Caffrey for idea generation using our scans. We'll do a webinar on that. This has to do with this stuff. Okay? This stuff. Happy RSI and DMZ RSI. RSI means radar screen that runs this stuff. So it flags for you. No, not like that, but it flags. There's a watch list, for example. Okay? When the data comes, it flags for you. You can see right now there's no chart. There's nothing else coming. It flags buy and sells for you. Okay? And this is IBD 250. So great meeting last night, and they're going to be teaming up now. And I've asked him to be moderator, but in the option room, he is registered. That means he cannot type anything there. Yeah, yeah, that's a pretty size capital. But I think you're going to see fireworks in option stations. You haven't option platform you haven't seen before. Okay, and I think Mark is now settled in what's going on and so forth with the system with Nancy, Susie, and our back on core back office stuff. Moving forward, Canaries. Too small, too small. Let me go to more detail. DT. Okay, new highs again. That's part of the deal. This is what's pushing everything up. Risk is coming back on. Why? I have no idea. But maybe it says Biden is winning because you can't have this thing coming in with the current regime. Maybe it says Biden is winning. So because there's more chaos at the White House. Business does not like chaos. Business may be apolitical, but one thing they don't like is chaos because they can't plan anything. And the third economy is gone, 30 million unemployed, 200,000 debt, all-time high in trade deficit. What he says he's going to fix it with China. It's all-time high in 14 years. Okay, and then budget deficits and the national debt, alarming you at a high rate. If China moves out of using U.S. dollar, it goes to full yuan only. I've been hearing it from different people. Haven't seen any documentation yet. I want to look at the source. I've been hearing, but that's chatter. There's chatter that if they get out of the treasuries, not getting out, but not using U.S. for accepting U.S. for payments, and the yuan is about 20% now of their trade, as of the last IMF report. I think it's called not SDR. I forgot the name. I got to dive into that because a couple of questions are coming from a couple of our TCM investors overnight. Remember, there's two companies here now. It's Hamzy Analytics and TCM. So one is run by Tico, one run by me. The big one is by Tico. I run the small one, this one. So anyhow, I have to get into that. I get to look. I talked to a couple of investors like 11 o'clock last night on the West Coast, and they not investors, friend of mine, but they're good analysts. They're not involved with me. No, they're not involved with me. But as a reference, they said we're looking to try and find it for you. But if that happens, and with oil prices dropping, other central banks don't need as much U.S. reserves. That could be a beginning of at least debasing the dollar. Then look at the 10-year. The 10-year should shoot up. What do we have? Don't we have the? Well, let's go open that up. I think we're missing that. I think it's time to use that. Hold on. It's the treasuries. No. Hold on. Murray, what happened to? There we go. Treasury yields. Wow. On this screen, haven't opened since then. There we go. There you go. Okay. Yeah. This is the what do you call it? This is the all-time highs. Yeah. I think I think you see the double. That's 3.2. We could see this go to 6%. You know what happens at 6% for 10-year? It won't be today or tomorrow. It'll be a while, but let's say 5 years. You know what happens if that goes to 6%? This is 3.248 is the high. Right now it's 0.78. You gotta divide this by 10. Okay, it's 0.78 now. Okay, I mean, listen, we're at almost 1% in the front end. 0.3. No, I'm sorry. This is 0.3. This is 0.1%. Yeah, this is 10 basis points. Right? Yeah, that's a 10 basis points. If you divide by 3, yeah, as if like if you multiply it by 10 in basis points, so it's 9. This is a. No, I'm missing it. Hold on 1 second. We're at 0.7 here, right? This is 0.7. So this is 0.93 divided by 10. It's less than 1 basis point right now. Wow. Per year. Per 91 day. This is a discount, but you have to do it 4 times. So you get equivalent bond yields, all right? So you can measure it against these guys, because these are YTMs, yield to maturities. If this goes to, so this number would be 60. Yeah, this number would be 60. If this hits 60, you know where the real estate is going to be? Take a half out. Everybody is going to be worse than 2008. And That's the danger we're running. We cannot keep borrowing like this. One day nobody will show up at the window. Okay, we need to get fiscal control here. Otherwise, I mean, we're gonna need a Paul Walker type coming in, and maybe whoever was the Treasury, Rubin type coming in for Clinton. At least balance the budget. We have to. It's a imperative for the future of this great country of ours to get there. We just can't do these tax credits. I mean, tax cuts anymore. It's all BS. We have to come and pay for it. Yeah, that's why it's such a huge move on the asset play, and these assets won't be priced at these levels either, because they're playing with free money. It's going to come to an end. It won't be too early tomorrow. But remember what I said in like 2013, what's going to happen around 2015 and 16? Go to the webinars. They're record. They're there. There are. If you go to these webinars, there we go. Right there. Hold on. Educational webinars. Go up there. We haven't touched it. This is a format we can even edit. We said 2015, 2016, the America is going to change. They asked for what? I said two things: demographics and what do you call it? Demographics and again, it's up here. Educational webinars. You go to this right there. Educational webinars under news. We said demographics and also debt. If you're changing demographics and changing debt, two different scales. You got to draw it. There's a crossover. That crossover approximately was 2015, 2016. I didn't know this guy's going to come and take over and ruin everything. But that's not webinars. Okay, this was like 3 years in advance. Like everybody kept on saying, "What's going to happen?" I said, "I don't write the news. I can't predict the news. I can predict an anomaly in the events, but I cannot tell what it is yet." We need to keep listening. Put your ears on the ground. Remember the Butch Cassidy Sundance? He said, "Who are those guys?" The guy who was reading, he was following the steps in the river. The Indian who knew the area, he would follow their steps on the river to track him. I can't track it yet, but something is going to come down because we're getting to that critical mass point in our debt. We have to watch it. This year has been very, very bad. But again, we hired a junk bond kid, right? That's how he built Atlantic City. And look what happened to him. Yeah. So the 2015-2016 change was incredible forecast. So we may feel that for generations. Go to the webinars, you can listen to it. All right, we're hedging up a little bit here. Why? We're headed up here too high. As we go higher, these guys get more enticed. As we're going lower, they have no enticement to buy puts. Actually, the puts they have is coming a little bit of money, not a big way. Remember, options are 50 delta, not 100 like futures. So keep that in mind. But that's the highest we've seen in several days. But after making a low here on October 1st of let's see, Jack, what's the value there? 117. Yeah, I haven't seen that in a while. If I do this, you can see we haven't seen that in a while at all. Or here, back there in what is that? 90 in October, about a year. In about a year, we haven't seen that low on SQ. Remember, last year SQ was not a big event. Okay, it was time to digest by that matter. Keep that in mind. Okay, moving forward, VX. We need to look at VX and VN. Down ticked again here. I understand. We're getting to that area. You see what I'm saying? The 3 sigma. We're getting to a bounce area on the VIX, which means that the index is near being priced higher there. So it's end of the journey for the index at this stage. We think. Remember, we're forecasting against the future. It's not a clear crystal ball. Plus, I think I saw a couple of crystal balls on eBay. I think AMB has bought most of them. She's hoarding them. She's hoarding the crystal balls. I'm still looking for a titanium heart. I found one on eBay said like new, so we may have to make a bid on that. But there's no auction on it yet. They're just advertising. But you may want to invest in a titanium heart. I don't think the current heart we have is ready for the volatility going forward. Okay. This is another thing I'm going to work on this weekend. This and what do you call it? Hold on. This and I gotta make a note here. Did we put this in on the list? Hold on. No. Hold on one second. Right here. I was wondering where that list is. Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. Um, so it's Z contract, Z20 data. I need to look at VX spread. All right. Plus other stuff that I'm working on, which is DMZ. There's this issue on DMZ. I gotta finish that. All right. So let's come over here. We're still rising. This bounced back. This bounced back again yesterday. But this is also getting to a setup. So if we hit 70 and up or 75 and up, then yes, I'm sorry, 75 and up, then I think is it now? Is it a sell on Monday night or Sunday night or Monday morning? I don't know. Let's see how the close is today. Okay. All right. Let's see. Is there anything else I need to do there? No, treasury yields. Okay, let me bring the treasury yields into this. About here. Yeah, let me save this desktop so that we go back. Okay, thank you. Let's go to OTF. What time is it? 8:58. All right, guys. I'm finishing my 7-day of fast. I'm gonna have a great breakfast in a minute, but first let's take care of you. Okay, go to fractals. What happened to MB1? Oh, okay. Let's open MB1 quickly. We want to see what overnight it has done. Where's Nancy? Susie, would you figure out where's Nancy? We need to start earlier, guys. I have advantage this diet. I'm up so early in the morning. I'm so alert. It's incredible. So anyhow, here's the overnight setup, so you could see where we are. 70 to 72 there, 20 handles there, so we moved a few. And we're getting more juiced up. The more we go up, it's good news, but be ready for a snapback, okay? OTF, this is EMB's, EVB's favorite chart. Let's go to 15 over there. All right, so we can get a perspective of gap up, gap down against previous day. Major sausage. That's why we stop early. Not that we knew this. Nobody knows that. Chart comes to you like this. But if you're not breaking either side, that ought to be a signal. You are here. Okay. Nancy, we closed our biggest account yesterday. I mean, we activated the biggest account we have. So I'm making some changes here over at TCM. So I'm making some changes here. I'm not taking any emails. No. Text, nothing before 11. You and Susie are going to take care of everything. Yes, you heard it right. You and Susie are going to take care of everything. Yep. And anybody who does not go by that rule, on the first one we give you a straight, really strong warning, a couple of days off. The next time it will be, there has to be some penalty. First time we're going to take you 3 days off. After that, we're just going to close your account. Boom. I can't do it otherwise. Yeah, I can't. It's the numbers. You would do the same thing if you were in my shoes. And we've been enforcing this for a while, so everybody's learning. So it's not that, oh, there's a new change, I didn't know about that. Yeah, okay. Remember, I'm brutal. I work on F-18 and B-2 bomber line. Well, not physically, but my software ran a lot of stuff. I gotta be brutal. There's no other choice. And this is serious money. I have to. This is my breakout. Late bloomer, but that's okay. Anyhow, long story short, I can't get into this here. All right, well, here's your TCM here. Sorry, I need more coffee. DMZ here. Here's your DMZ. Actually, we had an excellent meeting last night with two folks that I'm putting together, Mark and Christian, and they're going to be working together. We'll have a lot of trades for the option room, a lot of trades. And so we got to be ready. And their goals are very simple: 35% on a premium, get out. And because it triggers off of our DMZ, and which we'll have a webinar on. So I'm just bringing Nancy up to that because it's based on this technology, which we haven't before, nothing new. We just made it available on radar screen. So we're gonna have a radar screen webinar coming shortly. That when these give a trigger, you could see what you need to know. You need to pay attention. Okay, of course this is running different intervals, and there's a huge watch list here. See this? And this is a IBM, I said IDB 250. Okay, so it's good stuff. And first to go up and first to dump. So you're going to capture that delta, the beta. You're going to capture that beta, against the market, and you're going to run with it. So CIs and CIDs are going to be crucial in that webinar for us. And this gentleman has been using it for since May. Of course, I added a few things, and he's adapted. He gets, the moment I make a change, he gets a copy because I want feedback. And he's very good, very good. Money manager, smart, very conservative. He knows his oh my God, great pedigree, Navy guy, absolutely Navy guy, and great pedigree and great experience. I've had extensive discussions on risk management and so forth. Very sharp cookie. It's a great asset for us to have. Yeah. So you're going to see us do more, and you want to tell Larry Parker also there over at PTI. They're going to have more business on that side over at for our other trade with at Interactive. Yeah, we're not brokers. We can't take any money. It goes through our IB in Chicago, which is next door to CBOE. It's called PTI. The PTI is a Professional Trading Institute. It really was an initial version of CBOE Institute, which I used to teach at. This is where they would work with the floor guys and make them ready for options. So these guys are good option traders themselves. But in this capacity, they're auto trade. There's not their ideas. They're just executing. Okay, but in a gang way, put all accounts together, get some ratios, and boom, go. We do the thinking, and emails go to them, just like it goes to regular option, self-directed guys. And Nancy and Susie manage that. All right. Okay, OTF here. Let's look. Listen, you've noticed I've traded less. I've much more precision. The reason is what's happening down here. Paying attention a little bit to those. And I've come up with a two-sided strategy. It has to do with how these. I'm not going to get into detail of it here. That's my edge. It has to do with how these formats are. They set up here. Okay, there are patterns that you got to watch. Has to do with where we are against the maximum and minima. Okay, local minima, local maxima, and has to do with size of the accounts. We run a mix of NQ and MNQ, the micro and the NQ. The money is made by NQ. We make some money on MNQ, but MNQ is a sacrificial lamb because it's 1/10. It's the way I throw it ahead of the market. So if it's going up, it's be higher than the where the market is. If it's I'm selling would be below the market, a buyback. Okay, what does that do? Because of zero arbitrage rule, they're so efficient now, and there's so much algos. These two go almost in tandem. At most, they're off one tick. Like if you put the domes next to each other, you'll see. At most, they're off one tick. Okay, obviously it's order flow, and the MNQ's got twice the volume. But if you have if you have some discipline, you don't need a big account. I'd say a 25 to 30,000 to $40,000 account. Pretty much like Tico's account, that area. If you draw it at that size, yes, you can make decent money. You can make 5 to 10% a day. But you have to be focused. That's why I bought this headset. So I'm on that screen watching. So you guys get my info on audio. Okay, I won't have time to type. I'll give you, but so I have to discipline myself. Between trades, yeah, I'll pause back, document what I've done for that trade. You heard it live, we go forward, okay? But no interruptions for me, please. I have to watch the screens. Especially now with bigger sizes, this whole thing is slowly, I'm going to slowly allow the accounts, the bet size to grow. I've been very prudent on the account size because it's a new strategy and you have to really, if you've done any back testing and then forward testing and then actually testing an algorithm in live, it's the stages you got to go through. Remember, I wrote my first back test in like 96, 97. I'd done some in 92, no, 93, 94, but they were curve fit. They were wrong. You find out you're wrong. Okay, it was a curve fit. And then you learn what not to do. You have to bring down the degrees of freedom. It's a whole discussion about system design and what do you do with the signal processing. I learned the hard way. That's why I have ex-wife. I wanted to continue this journey. She didn't want to. We went separate ways. We're good friends now. But back then, we just had to. I had to make that decision. She didn't. No, she was very against it. But I had to. Because I'm dedicated my life to this. Because I want to make a difference. And I think maybe I've done on Timer Digest, last 10 years. You could take a look. No, I know the last 10 years I've been number one. I've got to make this one too. So be a timer of the decade. But I'm going to work very hard on PMT. You're going to see a different me starting today or tomorrow. Yeah, you haven't seen that. Yeah, you haven't seen that. So warning to Nancy and Susie. Okay, and Ziriat. We need the best of you. Okay, thank you. That's all I do. I'm going to play for you guys in the morning, the little ducks. All I ask you is to keep up with me. That's all. So that combo of managing those two, you'll be surprised how much you book. And then you got to stop. You get to certain limits. You see some confluences that we've taught to you guys on nuances on OTF. You need to stop. Why? Simple. Let me go here. If you go back, see this for example. That's it. Part of it. Oh, by the way, it doesn't work up here. It does not work up here. It does not work down here. You have to be in a trend. So you have to watch the trend change. So if you see a parabolic, now it's too late to get in. Not gonna buy it. See a bar like that, I'm done on the long side. Do I want to get the short side? Short side, you have to wait for this to establish. This is too far. You probably won't be able to get in until here. Okay, but remember, this was 5 minutes. There's a lot more. Okay, yeah. Ziriat, I'll have a conversation with you on that. Sure, no problem. And I want certain things for you to test for me. Okay, in exchange for that, right. No freebies, but you know me. Yeah. So, but I mean, but I need your. So I don't want your brain for free. I'll help out. Okay. So take a look at what I'm doing. Yeah. It will change the way you bring the cha-ching in. You'll see. You'll see. There's more work to go, but at least so far I'm taking detailed notes. Remember, I gotta make Mr. Gil Caffrey happy, and he's not easy customer. Yeah, he's not easy customer. So I'm still working on that Excel sheet for him. That's why also my wrist is not doing well. There's a lot of work on the side. And I made boo-boo on one of the documents, I think, overnight. I got to get to that. Anyhow, what else do I have to say? Good luck to you. It's Friday. I think we're going to close negative today, but let's watch it. I don't know why, but I can't predict the news, okay? So keep your news running, not BS news. Always consider your sources, okay? Yeah, because websites come and go. You need to use reliable news. That's what I told one of my cousins. He gave me all this stuff. I said, never heard of these websites. They'll bow. He goes, this is from CIA. I said, show me the CIA document. Just because some website is from CIA doesn't mean it's from CIA. Give me a break. So, yeah, I don't have the contacts I used to have over there or at NSA. Fritz Esmart is one of my contacts at NSA. He's long retired. He was part of SIOP, the Single Integration Operation Plan, the football. Yeah, very smart guy. He worked at Northrop, then he went to NSA. Very, very high level, what do you call it, security clearance. But he's retired. Anyhow, those were good old days. Let me close this. Thank you, guys. We're good.